video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Yo, Letsyn here, welcome to the new Synthesize Academy episode, and today I want to show you how State of Mind made their awesome Reeses like this. Always you can grab this sound from my Patreon below and click here for my academy if you want to learn more about music production overall, but right now let's jump into it. Right, so here is this beat once again. Reese on itself. Okay, so as you can see, this sound is coming from operator. So let me deactivate all the effects. And before we jump into it, let me tell you that I'm using Serum FX. So as you can see, here is one instance of Serum FX. And for that, you need this external instrument. So if you put this external instrument into a rack, like this, you need to set the track. So the name of the track is Sign Comp Operator, and it will automatically select Serum FX instance that is on. So it is very simple, but you definitely need this if you want to control Serum FX using MIDI. Okay, so let's jump into Operator. Without the effects, this is how it sounds. So as you can hear, it's not bad on itself. So let me break down what I did here. So I started with this square 3 waveform. I modulated it with a higher waveform. It is actually 2 octaves higher. Very weird waveform as you can see here, but adds nice grit to it. So I'm modulating operator B with another weird waveform on higher frequency, even higher frequency. And we're getting to that rusty sound. And I'm modulating operator C with D. And that is a simple sine wave on really high frequency. This will add the top metallic noise to it. Lots of FM, we were able to create some really rusty and metallic noise. So I had to filter it and add some soft distortion. And I modulated the envelope, and with that I'm keeping the transient untouched. And then I'm adding a pitch envelope, and this is why it is important to keep the transient untouched, because if you filter it using the high pass filter, basically you lose the transient. You can hear that t, and not like show. It's a little stupid explanation, but you get the point. Let me show you what happens if I pull back the attack. It's a little different, not drastically, but it's a little different. Okay, so I had to add an operator after all this. It's quite aggressive. So this is why I had to tame the highs and the mids before I route everything to Serum FX. I'm having a low pass filter modulated by this LFO, and I'm using a phaser and a flanger that gives that very flangery kind of sound that State of Mind loves to do. And basically every Reese sounds better with a nice flanger on it. But it sounds stupid without an OTT. As the sequence goes along, I love to add some reverb. This is why this envelope is here. So this washes out the sound when we get to the end of the Reese, and it sounds really great. But I had to add a multiband compression to pull up the reverb basically and clean up the sound a little. Also, I had to tame especially the mid highs and cut the lows, because I wanted to have a clean sub. So this is why I'm having this sub here. But it is still very quiet, and we need to make it a little more aggressive. So this is why the saturator is here. I'm adding another multiband compression device, again to make it a little louder. And a final EQ to make the sound to its final form. So basically, this is matching the sound, this Reese, this State of Mind Reese with the other basses in the song. And actually, it's very important to make them sound like one whole sequence and not just, choppy sounds. And the limiter to the end. Together. So grab this sound from my Patreon, there will be tons of other stuff, and click here for my academy for awesome start to finish courses. I was Alas, and see you guys next time. Peace.